Hello and welcome to At Home with Lucas. So today we're going to be talking about OXO Brewer, and in particular we're going to talk about their pour-over maker with water tank. Yes people, this has a water tank on top. It's supposed to make pour-overs super simple and super awesome. So in this video we're going to be doing a hands-on with the box, then we're going to do a quick unboxing and first impressions. After that I'm going to put this thing to the test. Yes, I'm going to make a cup of coffee out of it, and then I'm going to do the sip review and tell you whether you should buy this thing, skip it, or maybe you'll figure out something along the way and make your own decision. All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, let's take a look at this bad boy right quick. So believe it or not, this is the first OXO product I've ever bought in my entire life. I think my beautiful wife has an OXO potato masher. Fun fact. Okay, so you got the OXO Brew Pour-Over Coffee Maker with water tank. That's what's up, people. All right. Nice. This box feels like there's nothing in it. I kid you not. It feels completely empty. Satisfaction guaranteed. That is what's up. All right, here's a little look at what's to come in the box. Very nice. Better brewing, better coffee, better day. That is what's up, people. That looks like a very yummy cup of coffee too. All right, we got a lot going on over here. Let's take a look. So you need the number 2 cone filters. Ooh, they're included. Very nice. All right, that is a dual function lid. I like that. All right, if you hear my daughter in the background, you are blessed because she is a noisy girl. All right, auto drip water tank, very cool. Okay, dripper. All right, cool. Nice. That's another language. I wish I spoke more than one language, but I am basic as can be, people. Mug not included. No, I wanted the mug. Oh, let's take a look at the top. That's very cool. I like that a lot. Okay, so I think this is in the non-commercial, non-retail packaging because it's not wrapped. There's no tape on here. It makes me kind of think maybe this thing was used. Sometimes with Amazon, you just can't really trust whether you're getting a truly new package or not, but let's cross our fingers and hope this is new. Yeah, definitely looks new. All right, cha-ching. Not mine. Cha-ching. Oh, cool. A little bit of coffee to water ratio. How to use it. I like that a lot. There are the filters. I have a whole bunch because I don't use filters, so that's gonna be fun. All right, there's the water tank. And then this is the dripper. Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, it's not really sealed. Someone could have just placed it back in the bag, but I'm gonna guess that it's good to go, brand new. All right. Let's take a look at the water tank. Very simple, dual action. I wonder what they mean by that. Are they saying you could put your, I don't know. Not quite sure what the dual action lid means. Okay, so there's the water tank there. Yeah, those are holes, of course. Very nice, easy to read. I like how they give you the milliliters and the OZs. That's what's up. Okay, so here is the dripper. It's got a single hole at the bottom there. It looks like it's ribbed all the way around, or not ribbed. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Yeah, you can pretty much see exactly what I'm saying. And it goes down to a very interesting bottom right there. That's very interesting. Okay, so this is made out of, I would say, mildly hard plastic. It's not like the hard, it's not like super solid. Is it cheap feeling? Yes, it's on the border of being cheap feeling. And it's definitely not gonna last as long as a glass one. But for the price that you're paying for this, I could imagine that this is good to go. If you're someone who throws things into the dishwasher, if you throw everything in, this thing won't last. I would recommend to never put this thing in the dishwasher. If you learn anything from this video, please stop putting things in the dishwasher. The dishwasher will just slowly degrade and destroy. All right. Okay, so let's see how the water tank fits on top. I'm wondering if it snaps in. No, it doesn't snap in. Okay, I kid you not. Watch what happens when I push on this. Well, now, of course, it's not going to do it. There it goes. That is insane. If you don't have it in right, it is going to go all over the place. But I would imagine when you have water in here, it's going to perform a little bit better. Wow, I do not like that water tank at all. That is insane. Wow, okay. All right. Okay, so first impressions on this, it's made out of just straight up plastic. It's not even like put together in a way that conveys confidence. It doesn't really have an ergonomical handle. I think I'm saying that right. All in all, I think this thing is just cheaper than it could have been. I think they could have done a little bit better to make this not as cheap, but they may push back and say this is premium plastic. We did the right thing. You got the cone filters, and it looks like, once again, this is going to be cone filter or bust. You're not going to be able to make a cup of coffee out of this without a filter in it. So if you're someone who's looking to brew up a hot cup of coffee without a filter, meaning you want all of the oils in your cup, this is going to be something you should just stop watching this video now and skip buying this one. But if you are interested in what's to come, then of course keep watching. So coming up, we're gonna brew up a nice hot cup of coffee, and then we're gonna do the most important thing. We're gonna do the sip test. We're gonna see, does this thing actually blow you away and make you fall in love with it and make you have to buy it? So that's the key thing. If this brews up the best cup of coffee on the market, I'm gonna give it 100 stars. All right, let's get into that. All right, let's get into this sip review, people. We got the Don Pablo signature blend right there. We're gonna set the burr grinder to medium. That is optimal for pour overs. All right, we're getting the kettle nice and hot. We're gonna check how you make coffee as per their instructions. Very simple 5-step process. I love number 5. Enjoy. All right, so here is said Don Pablo coffee ground up to medium grind. That is a 1 ounce scoop, just so you guys know. That is 2 ounces of coffee. Of course, I'm going a little bit big. I want it to be a bold cup of coffee. I want to really taste this machine, people. I want to taste it. All right, there we go. We're gonna put the water tank on. It was a little bit interesting putting it on with the filter. It went on fine. I thought it might not. Okay, so you want the water to be between 180 and 190. That is optimal for pour over. If you go any hotter than 190, it's gonna possibly scald and harm the ground coffee, so avoid that at all cost. All right, this is not traditional. That is not a coffee mug at the bottom, but it's the only clear glass mug that I have in the entire house, so that is what I'm going to use. Here we go, people. We are loading up the water tank at the top. I'm trying to be as close to their instructions as possible. Of course, I added a few more teaspoons of coffee than they suggested. All right, that's 12 fluid ounces, and here we go. We got the stream already coming down. I don't know why I was surprised that it was going to be a straight stream right down the middle, considering there's a hole at the bottom, but I was definitely a little bit surprised. I was like, oh, that is a very straight, simple stream right there. Coffee color, decent. It's very small too. I was a little bit confused on that. It's like a little bit bigger than a pinhole. So I was really interested in that. And you're seeing some of the bubbling, the frothiness forming on top of the coffee. very similar to the picture on top of the box, so that's cool. You're getting a one-to-one almost, but it's probably because it's dropping all the way down and making those drops. So that might be what it is. Okay, let's take a look here. So that's kind of getting all of the ground coffee soaked. It's not doing it as well as I would if I used my pour-over kettle and just ran it around in a circle clockwise. You start from the center and you work your way out. So it's doing it a little bit different than I would, but I can set this up and walk away, and that is muy importante, people. That is the goal when you're trying to make coffee quick. Also, if you notice, it made this coffee very, very quick, and the color of that coffee, you can see it at the bottom. There's a little hint. It is looking good. All right, we are just about done. Take another look at that ground coffee, nice and soaked. So it got all of it. I'm very surprised. Big thumbs up for that. It's not looking bad at all. All right, now this is the best part about using a filter is you just go straight to the trash can and down the hatch it goes, and you just rinse it with a little bit of water, and you are 100% ready for another cup of coffee. Okay, so this might be the 2-in-1 lid. You can actually put the water tank on there. That's what I did, and it seemed to be fine. So when you go to clean it, you just clean it all at once. So big thumbs up for that. All right, now the pour test. Let's check how rich this coffee is. It's very hot. That cup is very hot. That is not designed for hot coffee. Oh, that is a rich stream right there, people. Wow, that is looking very nice. Yeah, those are more bubbles than frothiness, so it didn't really match the image on the box. So that's a little bit disappointing right there, and it's a little bit to tell of what's to come. All right, so you want to drink your coffee between 130 and 140. I say for best taste, 132. Try this at home. Get a thermometer, throw it in your mug. Guarantee you're drinking your coffee too hot. As it gets hotter, it loses flavor. Yes, people, loses flavor. All right, let's take a little stroll to my office where I'm going to film the sip test. I have to avoid all of the minefield toys. There we go, we made it, no spills. All right, now we are 100% ready for our sip review. Hey, what's up guys? I want to talk about a sponsor that I have for this channel, Don Pablo Coffee. Yes, people, Don Pablo makes an amazing variety of coffee. I actually went down to Miami, Florida and modeled for his bourbon infused coffee. Yes, people, they have bourbon infused coffee. This is coffee for the people who don't even like to drink coffee. This is coffee for people who love to drink coffee but are bored of the normal coffees. They have single serve bourbon infused coffee. They have whole bean bourbon infused coffee, not to mention all the other varieties they have. They are a small batch coffee roaster. Now you're probably thinking, what does that mean? What does it mean? I'm going to tell you. A small batch means you're going to get a fresher bean. Yes, people, everything they roast is roasted smaller, which means you're getting a fresher batch. All the other companies roast in ginormous roasting contraptions, and that means you're getting it less of a fresh batch. So click the link down below, go buy some amazing coffee, and let's get back to the video. All right, let's get into this sip review, people. So the smell, of course, is amazing. The quality of the coffee looks really, really good. It looks very clean. Of course, that's what you get when you use a filter. You have zero settlement, at least you should. All right, let's get into this sip review. Okay. All right. So you can definitely taste the fact that you've used a filter. I actually didn't do what a lot of people say to do, which is run hot water through the filter to kind of remove a little bit of that taste. Typically, I would do that, but I totally spaced it on this review. So it's not a bad taste, not by a long shot. But it's definitely a noticeable taste, and it's probably something that if you use filters a lot, you don't even notice anymore. And if you've used a filter from day one, the difference between a filter versus non-filter. So when you use a filter, you're actually stripping all of the oils out of the coffee. And I am someone who actually enjoys oil in my coffee. And I would imagine if you put the grind more coarse, you possibly could throw them into the OXO and brew up a cup of coffee, but it probably will clog because there's only one hole at the bottom. That's why the filter is there, to allow it to sort of slow down the stream so it's not all coming down that single hole all at once. So if you're someone who likes a oily coffee like me, then this one is not going to be for you. But if you're someone who is sensitive to the oil and you want to strip that, this is for you. Let's talk about the quality of this coffee. So I'm going to say that it definitely makes a good quality cup of coffee. Of course, it really helps when you start with a Don Pablo signature blend. You're getting a good quality right off the bat. Then you're going into the technicality of the brewer and how well it makes coffee. This definitely makes a sweet cup of coffee. Because of the little to no settlement, you're getting a very premium cup. And the speed in which it dispenses the water down, I really like that a lot. So if you're someone who wants a pour over, but you don't want to stand there and pour water in every minute or so, then you're probably going to want to go with this one. I personally will take the water tank off, and I'll probably just pour the water in myself. That way I have more control over it. That's kind of why I like the pour over. It's a very controlled science, if you will. So yeah, definitely makes a premium cup of coffee. Definitely will strip all the oils out of your coffee. So that's something you have to take into consideration. Also, you're gonna have to buy the filters constantly. So you're getting a benefit of speed, and then you're getting a drawback of having to keep filters and losing all that oil. So I'm definitely going to give this a solid 4.5 stars. I'm going to say that it's a good quality pour over, but it doesn't have that 5-star rating, at least not for me. For that premium cup of coffee, this is still just a great cup of coffee. Yeah, it's just a all-around good cup of coffee, but nothing to write home about, nothing that blows you away, and nothing different than a pour-over, like a Coffee Gator pour-over maker. That is still my best way of making coffee to date. So if you want something that is a filter-free, meaning you don't have to buy a filter, go with something like that. That's going to be your best option. But this one is a good pour-over. It works, and I like the fact that you can use the water tank, or you could just take it off. So it's either or, and I'll be taking it off and enjoying my coffee that way. Okay, so final thoughts on this bad boy right here. I actually really like it a lot. It made a decent cup of coffee. It was super easy to clean. You just pull out the filter, throw it away. I actually just ran water through here. It didn't build up enough coffee oil or anything in there to cause any need for soap, so that's very cool. Once again, don't put these things in the dishwasher. They'll just slowly degrade and break down. I really like the fact that you can throw this water tank on top and just let it do the work for you. Typically, I like to be I'm a procedurist, so I like to pour the water around and around and around and around, and that takes anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, and you have to pour the water in every 30 seconds roughly. So it becomes a procedure, and it becomes something you have to really focus on. Whereas with this, you just lock that on, pour the water in, and just let it do its work. And it did a good job. I liked how it kind of soaked everything around the grounds, and it was good to go. So that's cool. Also, I like the fact you can take this off. You can put it to the side and do a traditional pour over. So that's really cool. One big drawback is there's only one single hole at the bottom. So more than likely, if you put your grounds in here, your grinds in there without your paper filter, it is going to clog. Some people may push back and say you can make a super coarse grind and put it in here and it'll work fine. I say you're gonna get a yucky cup of coffee, because who wants a super coarse cup of coffee? You're gonna get almost no flavor, and that's not the point of a pour over. Pour over is all flavor all the time. So yeah, so I really like this thing. I think this is called a 2-in-1 lid because you take this off, you set it down over here, and then when you're done with this, you can set it right on top of there and it'll catch all the drips. Now, I'm not sure if that's what they're saying, 2-in-1 lid, but that's my guess. So all in all, I would say this package is decent. I'm not going to say that it's the best pour over on the market, and I'm not going to say that this is something that's going to last for a long time. It is plastic. It will degrade, and this, you know, Pippa. And especially if you put it in the dishwasher, this thing will just get eaten alive, as well as this. This is obviously made out of a slightly different plastic than this, but nonetheless, it is plastic. And that brings me to my next thing. Pippa. When plastic heats up, it's a little bit different than metal. So when the water and the coffee goes through this plastic, you're going to get... So when the plastic heats up, it's a little bit different than glass. Glass sometimes makes it a little bit sweeter. Plastic, I'm not quite sure exactly what's going to happen, but when this heats up, it is going to produce a small, tiny amount of taste that's going to go into your coffee, especially if you drink it black. So that's something to take into consideration. This is plastic. You are going to be heating this up to 180, 190, 200 degrees, and that's going to cause something to happen in here. OXO may push back, and they may say that's not going to happen, but that's the case. So all in all, I'm going to say this is good. It's not my favorite way of making coffee, and I won't be using this thing daily, but it's nice to have it around for a quick on-the-go pour over cup of coffee, and especially if you have people over and you just want to make a quick cup. So that's cool. Yeah, I liked it. All right, there you go. That's the OXO Brewer. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely click that like button. And if you want to join the At Home with Lucas family and you want to be a part of this crew, hit that subscribe button. Every time I get a subscriber, I get a boost to make more and more videos. And it's because of you guys I surpassed 2K. Yes, people, on my way to 3K, but I need your help. Yes, I need your help. Tell your friends, tell your family, this guy's on YouTube. They should go subscribe and watch my channel. But as always, I thank you for watching each and every one of my videos, and I will catch you in the next one. Also, let me know if this looks good. I'm using my Note 10 Plus. It just got an update. I now can use the wide angle lens for Pro Mode, so that's what I'm doing. Let me know in the comments down below if this looks awesome.